morning, my name is Yulia Maryamova. Welcome to the program. This year's Eurovision edition promises to be thrilling. The fans of more than 40 countries are flooding Kyiv, and it feels like a big international party here. The big final is to happen on 13th of May. It is a huge responsibility to be a commentator at such an event. And to talk about it today, we welcome a very special guest. It is Tatiana Terekhova, Ukrainian commentator and conference moderator for Eurovision. She has been doing the job for 7 years now, and she's a person from the Guinness Book of Records for the longest telemarathon of national song. Hello, Tatiana. Thank you for being here. I know you're very busy these days.
Hello. Thank you very much. Your English is very well as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
As well, I'll be hosting the red carpet tomorrow, so that's an important thing for Eurovision.
Yeah, we know that. So, are you excited to be a part of the European Eurovision community?
You know, I'm trying to find a moment when I won't be so excited. But like 7 years in a row for now, and that's like each year it's more excitement and joy and love and everything what is the part of Eurovision. I love this contest so much, and I'm enjoying being a part of it.
How's this Eurovision in Ukraine different from the one we hosted in 2005?
I was too young in 2005. Okay. I remember the moment I was watching in 2004. I was started watching Eurovision, and I was so nervous, and I was looking in our Ruslana, and I was praying for her to get the win that year. And I remember the moment when the televoting was going on, and when we realized that Ruslana is winning Eurovision. That was awesome. And the next year, it was in Ukraine, so I was watching as well everything what was happening. Of course, like 12 years later, it's coming back to Ukraine, and that's a great honor, and we're very happy for that. And I'm sure it will be three great shows, and a very we are welcome to the whole Europe, so it will be great.
And how about the documentary? I know that you are doing the documentary about the Eurovision. What is this year's angle? Are you going to talk about the organization? Give us some insights.
So each year, as a national commentator, as a journalist, as an author of the documentaries for the Eurovision, I'm going to each country which is hosting Eurovision with our Ukrainian delegation. And just to use the time and the maximum it's possible, I'm filming, and then I'm coming back to Ukraine and making this documentary about Eurovision. So last year's documentary, it was about Jamala, about her road to winning the Eurovision. And it was kind of a special documentary, of course, because for my history, it's the first time when Ukraine is winning Eurovision. But this year's documentary will be about Ukrainians who made this Eurovision 2017. That's very important because, of course, we have a part of team which is coming from Europe, from Sweden, from Austria, from Germany. So people who usually do not change, like in Eurovision, they come in each year to different countries. But, of course, a lot of talented Ukrainians they're helping and they're making their best for this year's contest.
Very nice. And tell us about the red ceremony. The red carpet ceremony. Is there something special that is going to happen tomorrow?
So we are trying to set this Eurovision Song Contest. We're trying to set few records.
Wow.
And first of all, it will be the longest red carpet through the Eurovision history.
Wow.
So it will be 256 meters length of this red carpet. It will be in Mariinsky Park, near the Parliament of Ukraine. So I'm sure it will be very special, and there will be 42 countries representatives on the red carpet. Will be the main pair of the hosts will be at the beginning of this red carpet. Me and Slava Varda will be, so the delegation will be entering the red carpet. We'll tell about them, who is it, from which country, from which delegation. We'll tell something interesting about them, probably ask a few questions, and they start walking through the red carpet. And the journalists, press, they will have possibility to ask questions, to take photographs, then there will be a fan zone where will be Andrei Jajula and Anya Butkevich, and there will be a possibility to take autographs, selfies, and all that kind of stuff. But it's like the beginning of celebration of the unity, of diversity, of happiness, of music, of songs. So the red carpet, and then we'll have opening ceremony of the Eurovision Song Contest at Parkovy. at Euroclub, this year's Euroclub. So, and then the Euro week starts. So we'll have rehearsals, and then on-air shows each day, basically, because as we know, the day before the show is aired on TV, all viewers can watch it. The professional juries in each country, they vote. So the rehearsal before the on-air show, it's totally the same. So the 8th of May, the 10th of May, and 12th of May, before the on airing, we'll see the same show.
Do you have a special dress for tomorrow?
Yes, of course.
Wow. Will you tell us about that? What is the color?
The color is blue.
Okay.
It's dark blue. And it was made by, of course, Ukrainian designers, and they're my favorites, Vika and Luda. They're called Blue V. They're professionals because they've made a lot of costumes and dresses for different singers, actors. They know how to work for camera, for TV. So that's like a special kind of work. It's not like everyday dressing you have, because the camera likes different things. So they know about it, everything, and they've made for me a very special dress, and I'm very thankful and grateful to them, because I'm sure it will be gorgeous tomorrow.
And I know that your son, his newborn son, is 3 months old, right?
Only 3 months.
And how did you manage? Share this secret. How did you manage to get back in shape so quickly?
I have my elder daughter, she's 2 years and 3 months, and I have a son, he's 3 months old for now. So it's a tough period, frankly speaking, this 2 weeks, but still, they probably can see me not so often as before, but I'm sure they will realize and understand what I've been doing, and that is very important for me and for our country and for people who will be watching the show. How to be back in shape. I mean, I have so much work right now for these days, so I don't have time to eat, I don't have time to sleep, so I mean, it's happening. If anybody asks me right now how to get back in shape, so I'll tell them that
would be quite interesting, yeah?
Yeah, I'll tell them
it's not sleeping, yeah?
You just have to work 2 weeks for Eurovision, and you'll be done.
Yeah.
You'll be back.
Very simple, very simple.
Exactly.
Okay, how did you first get involved into the Eurovision?
I remember that moment because it was 2011, and I was basically a fan of Eurovision for so many years, since 2004. And I was a host on TV, I was hosting different programs, concerts, musical marathons, and news. And it was, I mean, everything I was doing, it was very diverse, but still, I love music. And as a girl, I was involved in all that process. But then the heads of national TV company at that period, they called me and said, like, are you going to join us at this year's Eurovision? And do you want to comment the show? And I was just, I can't explain it with that. I was shocked, I was so happy, amazed, and just straight into weeks. I was at the Eurovision 2011 in Düsseldorf in Germany. It was a very special Eurovision for me. My first time. The participant from Ukraine was Mika Newton. She's my big friend for now, nowadays. And, you know, I think you always remember your first time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you share some inspirational stories that you've heard from the participants so far, maybe at the conferences that you hosted?
Yes, there were so many different stories, and sometimes people are trying to tell their... I think previous year in Jamala's story showed that it's a very good way to get a success on Eurovision, not just only to win the contest, but as well to be remembered, to be sincere, and to reach those hearts near TV all over the world. Like this year's contest will be watching more than 250 million of people, because US joined us, Australia with us for the last 3 years, China, so more and more people get involved, and as I understand, it's going to world vision. That's how I feel it. But still, they are trying to bring their own stories, their own feelings to their songs, and to show their own personality to the world. And everybody understand that that's very important, and that's the way just to make it.
And how about some interesting, awkward, maybe funny moments? Because European participants, I mean, Eurovision, They seem always to be so very well prepared. They know how to answer all the questions that journalists are supposed to ask. And then maybe there was something unusual, something unexpected during the conferences that you moderated.
It always happens.
Really?
I mean, nobody can be prepared, and they're sometimes nervous, sometimes too calm, as I see that, like, just relax and take it easy, and I don't know how they manage that.
Okay.
But there are always some surprises, some interesting questions from the press, from journalists, because usually those people who are coming to Eurovision and that press center each year, I mean, the same faces. People, like, they work, they get involved to Eurovision and they work for Eurovision, and they're coming each year again and again. They just can't stop doing it.
Absolutely.
The same happens to me. So a lot of things happening, you know, that's a live show. And nothing could be prepared for 100%. So we have different things which are happening. We try to manage with them, get over, and that's always interesting because that's about life. It's always unexpected.
And very personal question about your record, the one that you said. How does it feel to be in the book, in the Guinness Book of Records? Was that nice? Did you tell your friends about that? Hey, that's me being in the Guinness Book of Records.
You know, I'm very honored to be hosting that thing. It was, I don't remember, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And that was very hard because it was for 6.5 days. And we've been hosting. We had a few pairs of hosts of that marathon. We were changing all the time, but still you had like 1 hour sleep during the day, so we were like robots at the point. But then we were so happy and amazed about it because that's important. But nobody can realize how important it was at that moment. But then later, everybody just got it, and it was an interesting thing when I was trying to enroll to my master's program at USC, University of Southern California in Los Angeles, and it was very important that you have to have like 5 years of experience in journalism, and I had that at the moment. It was in 2000, 4 years ago. So, and I told them, and I showed the result that I was in the World's Guinness Book, and they were shocked, and that was like a very important thing for them to take me to the program. So I'm grateful for that experience to our national TV company.
Great. And what are the next steps in your career that you're going to take very soon, after the Eurovision?
I don't know. Because that's, I mean, I was thinking about that, and I was hosting different shows for the last few years in my life, and I had a very serious program with very famous journalist Matvey Gnapolsky. We had a morning show for the last half a year, and then he joined the other TV company. Right now he's working on setting up the new TV in Ukraine. But still, that was a great experience, and it was a political and social show. We've been discussing very serious topics with very smart people.
Okay.
And I love this part of my life. Of course, it will be journalism in any way. It will be TV, radio, or whatever it could be. But I'm so happy to be in this because I love what I'm doing, and I realize and understand that that's very important for people. And
I heard that documentary films are very important for you as well. Is that true?
Yes, I just realized this as well. And I've been doing documentaries for Eurovision, but last year I made a documentary about Ukraine. And Ukraine was 25 last year, and I'm 25 right now, so I thought I can compare a little bit our history and understanding of the life way. So I'm going to present it very soon, so I'll be happy to tell about it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We remind our viewers that the semi-finals of the 62nd Eurovision edition will take place on 9th and 11th of May. We had a lovely conversation with Tatiana Terekhova, Ukrainian commentator for Eurovision. For more information, watch UATV. It was Yulia Miryamova with Head to Head. Thank you for watching.